Hey everyone, this is Dan, the GM, voice of all the NPCs of What the Dice. Speaking of What the Dice, this is Season 2, and we are doing Shadowrun with a bunch of homebrew. Let's meet the players.
I'm Tizzy, and I play Voltage. Don't let this face fool you, let it shock you instead.
I'm Ethan, I play Cypher, the street samurai that cuts straight to the heart of the problem.
Nightlin here, and I play Sparkles, that satyr that has a heart of gold and a pocket full of glitter. Or was it grenades?
Hi, I'm Jared. I play P. Dexter, and the only thing faster than my bit rate is my wit rate.
Listener discretion advised. Content warning level green. Standard Shadowrun subject matter. Foul language. Sex, violence, drugs. For all of our content warning, none of these subjects go into graphic detail, but it is involved in the story of the episode. Listener discretion advised.
As the camera fades in, we look down at our comlink. It's Saturday, just a little bit after 1 p.m. We look around and the HR floor that Simon normally works at is empty. We kind of give it a nod as it's the maybe Simon grew a spine and just walked the frack home, giving up his work shift to pursue something, anything, rather than this wage slave grind. Then we hear a phone ring. We think nothing of it until we see Simon come running down a corner, cutting as many corners to get to his cubicle as he can, and as he reaches out and hits the speaker button, before he even says hello, we hear the voice of his troll manager across the speaker.
Hey Simon, listen, I just got off the phone with my boss. You know, Drake. Yeah, Drake is thinking, you're doing such a good job today, we need you to stay late. We're thinking 5, 6 o'clock. Don't worry, I'll forward you the emails you'll need. Just make sure that everything is right. We're getting audited on Monday. So, yeah, if you need anything, call my secretary. I'll be out of town. So, good luck, Simon, and thanks for being part of that Renraku family. We really appreciate it. Remind me, and I'll put in a good word. We'll set you up with a free lunch or something.
The phone line goes out, and we see Simon. There's this look, this fire. He reaches out for the phone to pick it up, rip it out of the desk, anything. But instead, he exhales slowly, sits down in his chair, and hits the speaker button on his comlink. It's silent. Silent. Nothing but the faint hum of the AC above. And just as he's reaching over to turn off the comlink, we hear the static. Hoi hoi chummers, Edisbox here. So, here's a little bit of tidbit I've been finding out. Apparently, according to Judge, I'm able to, move around. I don't have to stay where I'm at. I don't have to stay in this fortified bunker hidden out in the wastes of the world. I could find myself a vehicle. I could travel from place to place, making sure it's a lot harder for them to find me. Oh, Judge, you have made this man very happy. So I'm gonna reach out a couple of my fixer friends. Maybe I can get me a ride and get this show on the road. Just think of it. Edisbox coming to Redacted. Oh, it'll be fun. Those corpo spiders don't know what they're fracking with now. Speaking of fracking, seems as if our runner friends have gotten a little bit in deeper. It seems as if whoever's peddling them drugs isn't just working for the Giovanni, which in and of themselves, they're a scary, scary mafia. But now, in the mix, is King, one of the most feared mafia men in the Golden City. There's something about King that always sent a shiver down my spine, but I've never been able to put my shiny little finger on it. But that doesn't matter. The run gotta go. Now, dealing with the mafia, the sooner it gets done, the better it's off. Means you can wash your hands of it. So they got info on where the drug's being peddled. They even saw an exchange, and they met the dealer. But the man, the target himself, ain't there yet. They still got 2 other locations they gotta scout. But with King in the mix, let's just hope that they keep to that shadows. Because sometimes the shadows, the only way you can stay safe. So let's go see what our little runner friends are up to. The camera pans across no man's land. The warm afternoon sun is baking down on the concrete and the desolated buildings. The homeless shamble from area to area, scrounging what they can, as the camera locks in on the Rusty Pickle. We see Voltage and Cypher standing outside as a blacked out jackrabbit drives off, as these 2 Giovanni thugs give Voltage and Cypher a nod. Would you guys like to give me that judge intentions you wanted in the last episode?
Yes.
Go for it.
2.
4.
You recognize it as more of a nod towards Voltage, as, you know, he's wearing a nice suit, and it's that nod of the, you're not one of these scumbag middle managers. You got a taste to you.
I think they like you, man.
They just like the suit.
I mean, it is a suit, so a suit can say a lot.
Do either of you have the skill or the perk, photographic memory?
I hate you so much right now.
Why?
Because I do. And I'm not fucking there.
So to answer your question, no.
Okay, so neither of you have it. So you can give me, if you want to try taking a picture of the license plate number, you have just a moment to do it.
Well, I think
Sure, why not?
As I say, yeah, I think Voltage has got his phone out anyway.
Go ahead and roll your... Give me an agility roll.
Oh, 4.
With 4 hits, yeah, you are able to whip your phone out real quick and snap a picture of the license plate number. And as a bonus, you're able to get the image of one of the thugs.
Well, didn't he also get a picture of them when they were in the club?
Yes, but this gives the picture of one of them in the car, which is more than just a license plate.
Good shot on your, good thinking on the camera.
Thank you.
Now, do you think we should return to the others and let them know what we found and got?
Absolutely. On the way over there, I'll go ahead and send the picture so everybody has them.
Okay, so you now have the license plate number and the picture of the 2 thugs that have the briefcase.
Hey, Dexter, Sparkles, where do you guys want to meet up so we can discuss what we picked up?
Well, it depends on what you picked up. If it was an STD, I don't want to talk about it.
Nope, no STDs today. But it looks like we got a picture of the case, of our elf getting his face punched in, and a license plate off the guys that took it.
Nice. We should be able to work with that.
Well,
Should we follow the car
No.
instead of meeting up?
That might be a bad idea. Unless you're really good at following people.
Which, I mean, we're out in the middle of no man's land, so it's going to be a little obvious that we might be following them. I don't think traffic's that heavy out here.
Good call.
Well, we can either meet up at one of your guys' place or another, runner restaurant in the back in a booth.
I'd say we could all swing by my place, but it's a little, it'd be a little cramped with that many people in there.
I mean, technically, your apartment's cramped with just you in there.
That is true.
Restaurant it is.
Let's go.
So are you planning on meeting in a... Do you want to try finding a restaurant here in the Badlands, or are you heading back into Golden City?
Let's head back to the karaoke bar. That worked out well, has plenty of space, and we can play some music and put on a white noise generator. So back to, that one karaoke bar?
Yep.
Sounds good to me. Cypher, you want to ride?
It'd be a hell of a really long walk at this point, so yes.
Hop in, let's go.
I will hop in the car.
As you two drive off and we watch the group meet at the karaoke bar, I'm pretty sure P. Dexter and Nightland, since they're already inside the Golden City, are there first. Renting a room. It's not hard. It's late afternoon by the time everyone gets teamed up. You put on some music to create the ambient noise. You give I'm sure you give a little extra money to make them leave you alone?
Yeah, I'll give them a little extra tip money being like, here's 3 hours, we're good, I don't want to be bothered, extra whatever. How much is this so I can write it down, by the way?
For you, it'll come out of your lifestyle, so you don't need to worry about it.
I ain't paying for this, I'm going to be charging the mafioso for this.
Alright, it's a private room, extra hour, let's call it $150.
And that's for 3 hours?
Yep, $50 an hour. I mean, you're there in the afternoon, so you're getting, the discounted rate, so.
Alright, that's fair. Also, when everybody comes into our exclusive karaoke room, there is the smell of Soy Castle. Cheap burgers. That I have gotten, everybody.
Soy Castle. Soy Castle specializes in a very special type of burger. They're all triangular. No one understands how they do it, but the bread is a pyramid, and the meat is thin. And boiled? Is that boiled?
I think it's
boiled.
steamed.
It's steamed, yeah.
That is disgusting.
And there's always a single pickle in the center. What kind of music do you got playing?
Trog metal, of course.
All right. So we come in. The LEDs are set to match the music. So you've got some reds and some darker tones playing as there's a music video of a trog metal band and words in most likely or set being played across the screen.
Which I definitely have the mic. I'm up on the little whatever stage, rocking out until they get there. So when they come in, she's probably her little LED eyes are doing the little triangle shut stuff as she's scream singing into the mic. So I don't know if I noticed them or not.
Yeah, I'll say that you catch wind just as you are finishing one of the lyrics.
She'll look up and be like, oh, hey, sup, guys?
Now all you need is a car to flip and you've got it going.
I don't think I'm that strong, but I'll work on it.
You do that. I want to see you flip the next car we find.
I'll try.
Hey, actually, we got Voltage's truck. I want to see if you can flip it.
No.
Are you sure?
Have her start out easy, man.
I don't know. Was Dexter there with me already, or?
Oh yeah, I'm just enjoying the show.
Because I bought everybody some Soy Castle. Dig in.
I didn't say anything because my mouth's already full.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so yeah, he's sitting on the couch stuffing his mouth while she's just jamming out. Got it. Nice scene. Very nice scene. She goes, all right, so we got lots of photos, and you guys did so good. Better luck than we had. Although, seriously, that night was worth it to see him hit on that tweaker elf.
Dude, that tweaker elf got his face busted today.
Did he?
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
He took the briefcase. Sounds like he was telling Angela that he's got the money or got the goods or something. And then he got taken to the back room with the one gal, and he came out with a busted up face.
That four-armed lady, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know if she's the one who worked him over, but definitely busted his face up, so he's gonna feel it, but it ain't gonna leave any marks.
I'd let her punch me in the face a few times. If she would make
Girl's hot enough, you'll let her punch you in the face anytime.
Yep.
All right. Well, hey,
She also did drop Angela. She when she came up, she said that she wanted to let Angela know that she put it where it was supposed to, and she wants out.
interesting. Okay, so we didn't see him go here, but enough people know him in this location. He clearly has to go here.
Well, apparently, Voltage and I being in there triggered her to come up to us thinking that we worked for Angelo, because a troll and an elf came in together.
A troll and an elf came in together. Huh. Interesting.
What'd you tell her?
Told her, sure, we'll see what we can do to help.
Oh, nice. Good job.
Rolled right into it. Good job.
Although I do have about a $450 new yen bill that the Johnson's going to help to cover.
Yeah, you do.
Ooh.
Was it a nice dance?
I won't complain.
Hey, everyone, this is Dan, the GM, bringing you the mid-roll. So, it is March. We are, behind the scenes, currently working on casting a new cast member. We went through January and February doing open applications, and the team has been reviewing it. Hopefully, we will have a new player coming soon. We don't know who yet, but we're working on that. If you want to support the show, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button over there on YouTube, and don't forget to give us a 5-star rating and a review on any of your favorite podcatcher. This takes only a couple of moments for you, but it means the absolute world for us. And if you want to help with more than just fighting that algorithm monster and you want to throw us a couple of new yen, if you head on over to patreon.com/whatthedice, you can find our patron. And we've got a couple of tiers and we got a bunch going on. And for those who are already a member of our Patreon, thank you so much. Lady Lumi, Ethan, a Relic, thank you for your continued support and helping us keep the lights on. We do have projects in the background that we are currently working on. They are just taking a lot longer than we were expecting to get them on the ground. Now, as always, I do have a promo. This promo, I really want to listen to this show, but I don't speak German, and it makes me absolutely sad because their promo sounds so good. But if you understand German, or if you know how to translate it so you can understand German, please take a look at Berlin. It's a bug, not a feature. Let's check out their promo.
Yo, Shadowpunks, here's a Shadow fact for you.
Berlin. It's a bug, not a feature. Not a feature.
We are a German actual play Shadowrun podcast. Hoi Oma, willkommen in Berlin, willkommen im Status F. Ein Shadowrun 6 Actual Play Podcast. Yeah, that's right. A fucking German actual play. Our podcast is edited fast-paced, we get super high production value, and the sound design is top-notch. In our AP, we focus on character development and immersive storytelling. Oh, come on, ChatGPT, that is so fucking generic, absolutely bullshit, nothing saying. You need to highlight the things that set us apart from other actual plays. Like, that we are very focused on the rules. Because we play in Germany, and in Germany you play by the rules. Also, fun fact, we only use military march music for the score. Yeah, okay, that's a total lie. But anyhow, slot your Saxonian lingo soft and give us a listen everywhere where you find podcasts. And now back to the show.
If they seem up your alley and you want to check them out, don't forget to look in the descriptions. I've got a link set up just for them. And if you want to spend time hanging out with the cast, chit-chat with us, get to see what others are got going on, don't forget we also have a Discord. Again, all those links and more are down in the descriptions. and hope to see you there.
Okay, well, in theory, that checks off this box of, like, clearly he has to be going there, but, I mean, at the same time, we didn't see him physically show up. He sends a lot of, I guess what it sounds like, his goons to go and deal with it, but enough people know him there.
Well, the case, from what I saw briefly, had Nguyen and syringes, which he jacked himself up on one of the syringes.
Okay. Well, in theory, the exact words were, does he go to this place? Well, we haven't seen him go to the Rusty Pickle, but he definitely, like, wheels and deals and works out of there and uses it as a locale for something, right?
Yep, and then you had the big angry-looking troll with the black cyberware and red eyes in there.
Yeah, that was definitely Red Eyes.
I'm guessing if I thought I was from here originally, I should know who that is.
Yeah, that is like one of the most recognizable bodyguards of King. You always, like, if you search King, you will see him in the background of, like, every photo that you see King in. Everybody knows that guy.
I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but he gave us two a nod when he walked past us.
Well, I don't know how good his memory is, but that's to be seen, so...
He goes, he dropped off the case and then left, and then the Giovanni guys came in and eventually picked it up later.
Interesting. So, Red Eyes dropped off the case that had the drug and credits in, and then the Giovanni guys came back in and picked it up?
Yep, after someone worked the elf's face over.
Okay, well, that's an interesting plot twist that King's involved.
My question is just how much more complicated is this going to make everything now?
That's not our problem, and that's, to me, bonus information. So we just need to see what he's doing, see where he's going. That briefcase seems super important. So now we just got to get into the warehouse and the construction yard and see who else this guy's talking with and see if it is King's people or like some. I mean, right now we have a 4-armed elf that's involved. This tweaker druggy guy that's involved. And I mean, who's to say if the mafioso guys are just, I mean, he's going to have his own peeps, right? Like, that's how mobsters work.
I was just thinking more complicating our lives for while we're working, that we're running into King and his people, as well as the Giovanni people that we have to already work with.
Well, we're not supposed to be getting involved, and we're just supposed to be some eyes. So in theory, that shouldn't be our problem.
I've also learned that in theory, things like that tend to become my problem.
Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, we're just staying back and not, doing anything.
That is true. Dexter, Voltage, what are your guys' thoughts?
King's not really someone you want to direct with, but if we gotta, we gotta. I mean, all they asked for was information, she's right, so keep our nose out of that.
Yeah, and hard. Keep our nose out of that hard.
Sounds good to me.
We can tell the Johnson that he is going to that strip club. It was a true or false mission on that point.
Well, I still think that's kind of in the gray ground. We haven't seen Angelo himself step foot in that club. But he definitely works out of there. Just splitting hairs. That's all I'm doing, though, like, technically. But I don't think casing the joint continuously is a good idea either. But I think that we got a lot of valuable information even if we didn't see him go there.
I agree.
Do Mafia Johnsons have a good grasp of what happens in their family, or does each person have their own job and they just kind of tally over the numbers to each other and just think things go smoothly with less people knowing less of somebody else's job within the family?
Yeah, cell system.
So with runners, kind of have this kind of a base knowledge of how the generic mafia would work. So you would have the Godfather, who has control over everything. Then you have the people who run different sections of the family. So kind of like they would break up into districts or sectors. They all have their made men and their enforcers, and they work as their own cell. How those individual cells work could vary. So you have a cell system and then a varying system underneath that cell system. So from what you can see, Angelo is working, could be working what his boss wants him to do, or he could be going complete rogue. From what it understands is he has gone rogue, and the Mafia, the Giovanni, need proof of this because of whatever reason.
I think we have our proof, might.
Yeah, the might. I mean, technically, we could contact him and ask him, hey, are you selling any of this drug out of this area? Because it definitely seems like Angelo is.
Right, because we can tell him that, hey, we saw 2 of your guys pick up a suitcase from this area. Have you heard about it or seen it?
Or
like,
responsible
has it
for
hit,
it.
Has it hit, like, basically ask in a form of fashion, has it hit your books? Like, if it's not in his books, then that means it's not under his family.
Yeah, and then that means it's Angelo.
Right.
But do we want to go to him with this information now, or wait to see what we gather in the other 2?
Would you guys like me to interject some basic runner knowledge?
Since we're all new to this game, yes.
That'd be great.
It is not uncommon for runners to do check-ins with their Johnsons. The Johnsons will tell you if they don't want check-ins. If they don't say anything about that, you are more than okay contacting Johnsons to see if they have new leads, to see if they have information, or to give updates, because sometimes Johnsons want updates. They just don't tell you they want updates.
Okay, so it sounds like it would be a good idea to contact him then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Because, well, he seemed to take a liking to you, Voltage, so...
I already got the phone in my hand.
Okay, cool. I mean, are we all in agreement with this? So she looks to Cypher and Dexter.
I think it's a good idea.
Absolutely.
Cool. I'm gonna eat some burgers.
So you are calling the Johnson Voltage?
Yes.
As you dial the number, it rings once, and it picks up.
Mr. Voltage, how may I help you?
You got a minute for an update?
You hear the mic get muffled, like like he is putting his hand over it. You hear the...
You're dismissed. Mr. Voltage, you have my full attention. How may I help you?
On part of our mission, it is... I can't say that it is true or false that he's visiting a strip club outside your territory. However, we did see a couple of your guys leave the scene with a briefcase of cred chips. I was wondering if these cred chips have hit your books, or if this might be something that Angelo is behind.
Is this the strip club that we had informed you that we believe he is operating out of?
This is correct.
Okay. These gentlemen that you saw, did they have any identification markers on them? Did they have a way for us to track their movements?
I have a license plate number.
If you do not mind, please send that over. I will see what I can find out.
Can we hear his conversation with the Johnson?
Do you have this on speaker, Voltage?
No.
Okay. So you hear his side of the conversation.
Do we hear him talking?
You do not hear the Johnson, you only hear Voltage.
Hey, Voltage.
Yes, Cypher.
Yeah, make sure to tell him we got a photo of the guy you got of him.
Alright, Mr. Johnson, I've sent you a picture of the license plate as well as a picture of the guys themselves holding the briefcase.
There is a moment where you hear some typing in the background.
Yes, that is not one of my vehicles, and those are not my men. I'll reach out to the others and see if it's them, if it's any of their men. Well, did you have any confirmation that anyone has seen Angelo or has worked with him directly in the club?
We did not see Angelo at the strip club himself, but we were fronted by a Nartaki that definitely is getting something or doing something for Angelo.
You can hear the sound of leather as he leans back in his chair.
Nartaki. What color was her skin?
Golden.
You wouldn't happen to have a image of this woman, do you?
Yes, I do. I'll send it over now.
Greatly appreciate it. I can tell you that we do not operate out of this area. It is not safe for gangs, for my family to operate out of this area. It is very below us, if you understand my term of phrase. If we have confirmation like this, I will be reaching out to a couple of my contacts and I will be confirming what you have found. With these images, that at least gives us an understanding that if Angelo himself isn't visiting us, he is definitely operating from here. I will see what I can do to confirm this information.
How about some more?
Oh.
The four-armed lady is not the only person that we saw.
Interesting. Please, tell me more.
So we saw Red Eyes under King, who originally had the suitcase and gave it over to an elf that was tweaking pretty bad. I have photos of both of them.
I'm sorry, did you just say Red Eyes? King's right hand was at this hole-in-the-wall dreck in no man's land.
I'll send the photos myself so you can see yourself.
Please do, because this may change a few things.
There you go.
You can almost hear the sounds of his knuckles turning white as you hear him say something in a language you don't quite understand as he clears his throat.
Well, the rest of the family will need to be informed of this. This will definitely mark this as a completion for your tasks. I don't believe it would be wise for you to go to the construction yard if Red Eyes is involved. I don't want to risk tipping our hand that we have hired runners. So the warehouse is the last thing I will need verified. I don't know how you want to proceed on this, but I will need to see if Angelo is picking up what I believe he is picking up.
I don't have picture proof, but I can tell you from my word, and you've seen the photos that I've given you of everything that I've told you so far to be true, but we did see the tweaker also get a vial of translucent blue powder handed to him by a rando in the bar.
I still need to see that it is Angelo that is getting the material. I will do what I can to acquire you some basic certifications and credentials to get inside. They will not be anything glamorous. A couple of janitor jobs. Is there anything that you would like me to attempt to acquire you for credentials?
Would full access be too much to ask for?
I cannot give you full access, but I can try to get you in the door with something. Janitor work is usually easily acquired. It is what I have sent my men in on. That is the one I will most likely be able to get you plenty of. I might be able to get you one or two of something a little bit more specialized if you have something in mind.
Securities?
Yes, I think I might be able to get you a security guard access or two. I'll see what I can do. I will reach out to you in the morning with what I can get you.
Any news on your end that might help us get to the warehouse, info-wise, not access-wise?
Give me an edge roll.
Which Sparkles is going to very quietly, like, flail her hands and, like, point to her visor with a text message being like, maybe ask when he's expected to show up to the warehouse.
I'm gonna re-roll.
All right.
All right, total of 1.
You can spend more.
Fine. Okay, I'll spend another.
I don't know how much edge you got, so that's up to you.
Hey, if Dex can do it with 1, I can do it with 4, right?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Alright,
2
that's
total.
2,
I'll
yeah.
stop there. 2 total.
2 successes. There's a moment where the Johnson seems to be thinking, and it's quiet. And he...
I believe I do know when he should be arriving. I will have to double check with the shipment manifests, but if he is taking what we believe he is taking, those shipments come in 2 days a week. Beginning of the week and end of the week. I will see what I can do about finding the exact day, and I will get you that information when I get you the credentials. I will also get you an image of what you are looking for the symbol.
Sounds good.
Well, then I will be reaching out to you in the morning. Enjoy the rest of your evening, Mr. Voltage. You have done better than expected.
The line goes silent.
Sparkles, as soon as he hangs up, like, throws both her fists in the air and goes, "Woo! You liked it!" I'm
Well
guessing,
done.
right? He liked it?
Yeah, he liked it. Yeah. He liked the information. He didn't like the information. If you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, nobody likes what we got to give them when you say a certain K word around here.
Oh, spill the beans. What'll they say?
He liked all the information. Because King may be involved, we are not to go to the construction yard. He doesn't want them having any possible information that he has hired runners.
Okay.
And the warehouse is our next move. He will be getting back into contact with exact time of the week that he will be there so that we can watch or not watch Angelo take the goods.
Okay, so we don't have to go to the construction yard.
Narrows it down to one place.
Cool. Now, I heard you say something about, like, credentials and getting us in or something like that.
So he's working on getting everybody, at the very least, janitor access, and I might be getting security access myself.
Well, if we get security, Dexter definitely needs to have a security detail with his, like, decking and stuff.
Oh, I can have the access, and he can just find his own access. Kidding.
About to say, that might be fighting words.
My money's on Dexter.
I think I put my own money on Dexter.
I mean, you might not take him in a physical fight, but I'm pretty sure he's going to virtually destroy you.
Don't think he'll say that again when he goes full send.
I'm not much for the physical stuff, but I'll take you in the Matrix any day.
And I'll have my Sharpie when you get back into the Matrix.
Sounds like people might be having to hire... What do you think, Sparkles? One of them may have to start hiring one of us to guard the other.
Aw, yeah, guard duty work.
As we watch the camera slowly pan from the group chatting to the trog metal that is still playing across the screen, the world fades out as we end this week's episode here. As we look around on the Renraku floor, we see that it is still empty. Simon still sits in his cubicle typing away. listening to the story of the runners, listening to Eddie Sparks' voice, listening to this preposterous story of runners working for the mob, dealing with drugs. This whole broadcast just feels like horizon and propagation of some new video game or TV series or movie. It's just a long way of advertising something new, and the ad just hasn't dropped yet. He shakes his head as he reaches out, getting ready to hit the mute button, but then the static. Somebody's pissing King right off, doo-dar, doo-dar. Yeah, the runners are kind of pushing that line towards the don't frack with King. Well, maybe the mafioso, the Giovanni, whatever you want to call him, is gonna pull the runners back. At least they don't have to do one part of it. I mean, that's 1/3 the run complete and 1/3 closer to the payout. And a way to get away from whatever weird bull dreck this new drug is. But, new drugs aside, there's always something going on in the shadows. Always someone trying to make something new, design something new, to take away your freedoms, to make you indebted to one of the corps, be it Red Raku, Aztecs, whomever. There's always someone coming up with some kind of scheme. But that is, unfortunately, the sixth world. We made our beds. We gotta live in them. We let the corporations get more power than they need to. We turned a blind eye to the weird dreck that we saw. The first crash should have been a wake-up call. The second crash was a warning. Man, I really wouldn't want to be around if there's a third crash. Just what the absolute dreck. Well, unfortunately, I need to get a-going. The light's not blinking, which means I've kind of bought some time. But who knows what's going on in the Matrix? I might have to plug in, find out. Well, that's it. My friends, remember, stick to the shadows. Always keep your gun loaded. And never make a deal with a dragon. I'm Eddie Sparks, and I am signing out.
Hey everyone, Nightland here, co-creator of What the Dice, and player of Sparkles for Season 2, to do some thank yous here at the end of our episode. First and foremost, I would like to thank each and every single one of you for listening. We would not be here today without you, and I do mean that sincerely. We never thought we would get this far, and knowing that there's someone out there, yeah, I'm talking to you, the one with the earballs listening right now. If it wasn't for you guys and us knowing that you're actually here and enjoying what you're listening to, we wouldn't have kept going, and it genuinely fills our heart with joy, and I want to make sure that we tell you every single time at the end of these episodes. We are eternally grateful. Second, we would like to take a moment to thank all the things that we use in our day-to-day What the Dicey ways. First up, Epidemic Sound for our sound effects and music, Podbean for being our host, Foundry VTT, and Forge VTT for creating their virtual tabletop gaming applications and services, Craigbot for our recordings, Catalyst Game Labs for Shadowrun, which is the current system we are running. And with that, if you can spare a moment of effort and want to help us out, the best thing that you can do is honestly, tell a friend, share us, drop a link in a Discord somewhere that you're a part of, or take that 2-second effort of hitting a like, hitting a follow, giving us a star rating. Whatever the button is on whatever it is that you're listening to us on goes a long way in helping us fight that horrible algorithm monster. Also, the Topps Company Inc. has sole ownership of the names, logo, artwork, marks, photographs, sound, audio, video, and or any proprietary material used in the connection with the game Shadowrun. The Topps Company Inc. has granted permission to What the Dice to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and or any proprietary material for the promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with What the Dice in any official capacity whatsoever.